Hey folks, welcome to lesson 3.1b. Today we got our normal lesson. We got a review in the top left. We got your video work top right, 1 through 14. This will be guided, 17 through 30. This will be independent. We have an early finisher challenge for those of you who just sort of flying through these things. Let's get started with our review problems. Take 5 minutes max to work on these problems. You got multiplication with decimals, division with decimals. Again, if you don't remember how to do this, I'll teach you. Just do the division. Pretend, ignore the decimals to begin with. Alrighty, let's see how you did. Well, if you multiply this straight away, you'd end up with 5,175. You got 1, 2, 3 decimals on the top. Then when you're done, you just put them back in. 2, 1, 2, 3. And it makes sense. 2 times 2 will be 4. You got some change on each of these, so yeah, 5. Well, if you remembered, I said you can't have a decimal up here, so you have to multiply this by 10, and you'd have 32. This one would become 51.2 when you move the decimals. When you divide it out, you end up with 1.6. Again, we'll be working on that throughout the year, but just kind of working a little bit. All right, write expressions for these phrases. This was last night's. 4 times a number decreased by 2, and I just put arrows to show where all these things connect, where they're from. 4 times the sum of a number and 3. There we go. The quotient of a number and 4. 12 less than a number. Here's the 12 less than a number. And this one down here, I decided to cut, so we can ignore that one there. All right, you are ready for the video. Thanks for listening. Good luck. Hey Valley Middle, welcome back to another math video. Tonight we're going to be working with algebraic equations. Before we do that, let's start off with our trivia question. Another TV favorite. Who are these people? Back with the answer to that after instruction. Tonight officially our target is I can write a sentence or phrase as an algebraic equation. Let's do this thing. Let's just start right off with a question about one of our science teachers here, Miss Plinka. The sum of Mrs. Plinka's height in inches increased by 12 inches is 48. Write an algebraic equation for this situation using the variable p for Mrs. Plinka's height. Well, we could do it like this way. Plinka's height plus 12 inches equals 48. Now, you may be scratching your head thinking, what? How could this possibly be true? Here's the video proof right here. See what I'm saying? You'll see her walking around the halls. Just look low. All right. A couple of must-know words tonight. Algebraic equation. It's just two expressions that are separated by an equal sign. Here's an expression of 5. And 2n plus 1 has to be equal to that. Think of this equal sign as a balancing point, like on a teeter-totter. Everything on this side has to be equivalent to everything on this side. You can see several equations around here, different types of them. These are all kinds that we're going to be working with. One more word. In math, in equations and expressions, oftentimes the word is means equals. So they'll say, 2n plus 1 is 5. That's a key word for meaning equals. All right, now, it's important to remember the order and pay close attention to that when looking at a situation. In this example here, the sum of a number n and 7 is 15. Here's that is. The sum of a number n and 7. So the n is first in this situation here. 12 times a number p equals 48. 12p equals 48. There they used equals instead of is. They could have used the word equivalent or is equivalent to. A number decreased by, a number y decreased by 4 is 3. So here's the y, and it's decreased is 3. A little tricky. We're going to get better at this, but we've already worked out with expressions. We can keep going. Let's try about 4 of these here together. 9 less than a number b equals 2. You don't have to write this down, but just think about it. 9 less than a number b equals 2. Well, here's the b, here's 9 less, and it's equal to 2. The next one, the product of a number g and 5 is 30. We did these last night. We're just adding equals. 5g equals 30, or 5 times g, but again, math guys, 5g. a number k increased by 10 is the same as 24? What do you think? Here's the k, increased it by 10 equals 24. And finally, toughest one, the quotient of a number q and 4 is 12. Well, we know that is 12, so that's going to be equals 12. The quotient of a number, so that's going to be division. So it's either going to be q divided by 4 or 4 divided by q. The q is always going to be on the top. That's what we're looking for right there. That's always in the dividend position, not the divisor. For 6th and 7th grade math in the state of Minnesota. That's a standard. All right, time for you to try a couple. All right, we got a bunch of them. Go ahead and try this slide full of them. Go. See how you did. A number increased by 3 is 12. A number decreased by 12 is 6. Twice the number divided by 3 is 4. The product of a number and 3 is 15. The quotient of a number and 4 is 14. Sorry, I'm going to have to go over to the side here. Twice the difference between a number and 4 is 20. Here's that set of parentheses. And here it is. It's down here. Equals 20. Sorry. All right. Very good. Another slide. Try these. Let's see how you did. 2b equals 20. Tara's money T plus 5 is equivalent to $15. Here's Tara's money. Plus 5 equals 15. My weekly salary S decreased by 50 is $100. Weekly salary decreased by 50 equals 100. 4 times the number plus 2 more is 18. 6 times the sum of a number and 8, there's your parentheses, is 80, equals 80. Alrighty, time for the old ticket to the show. Twice a number increased by 2 is 14. The product of a number and 4 is 12. Think about that. All right. Answer the old trivia question. You probably knew it. The Walking Dead. Carl! This is Rick Grimes. This is Daryl. Daryl, he's the guy you want with you on a deserted island. Dude could take a stone and go out and come back with, you know, a wild pig or something like that. Guy's crazy good, especially if he's got his bow and arrow with him. Anyway, pretty good show. Some of these characters are not on there, but those of you who watched any of them would know who these people are. All right, thanks for listening, and have a great night. Hey folks, welcome back to the instructional portion of the video. Hopefully you got your pause problems, your ticket to the show taken care of. So let's just kind of go over some things that are from the video and also some things from yesterday's lesson, writing algebraic expressions. Remember, an equation is something, it's two expressions like 3n and 9 are both expressions, and they're separated by an equal sign. So that's an algebraic equation. Everything on this side, everything on this side is going to be equal. Just like this. Here's you got a variable on one side, you got the answer on the other, you got an equals in between. These two things have to balance out. With the variable, you take and put the operation. So over here with the variable, you've got multiplication, division, subtraction, addition, something like that. A couple things. Try to avoid a negative variable, a minus n, and we'll talk about that a little bit more just in a second here. The word is usually means equal. And then, again, trying to keep that variable, keep the n over here with the n plus 5, okay? All right, so here's some things. These are some of the good ones and the easy ones. When you have, n something plus n plus something, something times n, something n. Addition and multiplication are friendlier operations. If you can write your equation with these, do it. It's more challenging with the subtraction. Here's that negative variable. You don't want something that's something minus n. Turn that around and write it as a positive one, using a plus n or n plus something. Okay, division, the variable is always going to go in this first position, so it's always be n divided by something or n on the top of the fraction. We call it the dividend position. This is where you want the variable here. It's okay to have n minus, but not minus n, because what we're really saying this is a negative variable, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Okay, note, d minus 6 and 6 minus d are different things. This is d decreased by 6, and this is 6 decreased by d. These are not the same. We talked about that yesterday. So Dan's age d decreased by 6, this one's here. Dan's age decreased by 6. This is 6 decreased by Dan's age. This would be 56 minus 6. This one here is going to be 6 minus 56 if my age is 56. Right? Okay, don't tell your parents that. They'll think I'm too old. All right, let's do some guided ones. We're going to do, I think, about 14 of these, I think I said. But let's just run through a couple real quick here. You don't have to write these ones down. Yeah, actually, you are supposed to write these ones down. My bad. Jot these down over on the bottom left-hand side. 3 times the number y is 21. Go. Here it is. 10 more than the number h is 30. 10 more than h is 30. Yeah, it's h plus 10. I'm going to slide these answers over. It's h plus 10. Not 10 plus h. The number k decreased by 6 is 12. That's pretty straight up. 8 less than the number u is 14. So is it 8 minus u or u minus 18? Well, it's 8 less than u, so the u comes first. 7 times the number q is 35. We can do this. We don't even need permission. The sum of y and 12, no, sum means addition, is 20. Got that one. And I have to slide myself up here to catch these last couple. 10 less than the number p is 7. So is this 10 minus p or p minus 10? Well, 10 minus p, there's that minus p, that negative p. It's a negative variable. That's not going to work. This is written like this. P minus 10. Here's the p, and here's 10 less than p. 4 more than the number m. So is this 4 plus m or m plus 4? Well, it's 4 more than m. So here's m, here's 4 more, equals 18. Semantically, a little different, so you got to watch out for those. All right, here's 4. I'm going to have you try these by yourself. Go ahead, pause the video and try these ones. Here, I'll make it so you can see them. All right, 9 less than the number equals 24. Here's the number. Here's 9 less equals 24. 2 points less than his score. Well, here's his score. 2 points less equals 4. Love it. Twice the number of miles is 18. Looks like 2m equals 18. 1/2 the regular price is 13. Here's the price. Here's 1/2 of it, and there's the 13. All right. One more quirky one. Which problem situation matches this equation? So now you got x minus 15 equals 46. Go ahead and pause it and read through these and see if you can figure out which one of these it is. This is, you probably thought it was B or C, but do you know which one it is? Well, it's B. Mark had some baseball cards, X. He sold 15 of them. He had 46 left. That's the one that works. This one here. If you got that one to work, you're not reading it correctly. You got the names mixed up. All right, time for you to do some independent stuff. I have a copy of this worksheet here attached to the video. You can put it into Notability and work on it. Or you can pause the screen right here. I'll make it a little bit bigger, and you can copy them into your notebook. All you have to do is write the correct version of it. And I'll scroll it so you can see them all. Okay, let me just put this up here then. Put myself up top so you can see those last couple. Slide this just a touch. There you go. These two here, 27 and 28, are kind of challenge ones. Okay, here are the answers to those questions. Make that a little bit larger so you can see them better. Check your answers. Myself down over here. Oh, we can get them a little bit bigger yet. There you go. Actually, it's down here in the bottom. My bad. Let's see over here. And I'll scroll down just a touch so you can see 32. Okay. Now you got them all. All right. You should be ready for the quiz. If for some reason you have bombed through these and you have just done so well on these things, you're super fast, you can try these ones right here. Again, these aren't required. They're just a challenge. If you're whipping through these things, try to write an equation into a verbal sentence for these. Okay. This one could be written a couple of different ways. G increased by 10 is equal to 3 times the letter G, or 10 more than G is the equivalent to the product of G and 3. This one here, a couple of different ways you could write this one. This one down here. I just wrote one way for these ones, I think. 4 times the sum of A and B is equal to the product of 9 and A. Now, again, there's more ways than this to write this. I just put down a couple up top here. I put one for each of these ones. And if that's not enough for you, let me just get this set up here. You can try this matching activity. Maybe you'd like that better than writing these ones up here. Match these equations over here with the correct one answer right over here. Let you think about that for a minute. Pause it. And you can check your work here. The letters here, and then I connected them too. All right, it's just a little early finisher challenge that you could have tried if you'd liked. All right, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it. Good luck on your quiz. Make sure you got this all taken care of. Again, you didn't have to do these. Just the normal stuff on that sheet. Okay? And if you did it in Notability, just upload that along with your other video work and review and guided stuff. Thanks for listening.